Hello everybody, this is my MLB Power Rankings going into 2024 from 30 to 1, least worst to greatest. The Oakland A's is pretty self-explanatory. They're just a bad team. Owner doesn't care about the team. GM doesn't spend any money, and they're in last place every year pretty much. Rockies, same thing with the A's. They don't spend any money, but if they do get some, they could get some good pieces, but they don't spend any money. That's all. They just have to spend money. The Nationals, they have a high upside with Dylan Cruz coming, but at the moment, they're not a great team in general. They're just, ever since they traded Trey Turner away and Bryce Harper, everything's been downhill for them. White Sox, they're just not a fun team to watch. I mean, they have such great players. They just are bad. I don't get it. How you can be bad with Luis Robert, Andrew Benintendi, Dylan Cease. I don't know. And Yohan Makata. I don't know. Kansas City Royals. They're higher than this because they made a couple of good moves this offseason. I'll give that to them, but they're a lot of old players and washed players, so I don't know how good they'll be. So, yeah, they're at number 26. 25, the Pirates. They're mediocre at best. They're not like a great team or a bad team. They have pretty good players. They have Andrew McCutchen. They have Mitch Keller, young pitcher. And my friend's brother is actually one of their prospects in Double-A, I believe. So he can maybe get called up this season or next season if he performs good. The Angels, ever since they lost Ohtani, I don't think they're going to be good now. I mean, they were not the greatest before they got Ohtani, so I don't really know why they would be better after losing the best player in the MLB right now. The Guardians, same thing with the Oakland A's and Rockies. They don't spend a single dime. They don't spend anything. They just want to run with the same team every year, thinking it will work. And no, they lost some players also. So I don't think they're going to be any better from last season. Detroit Tigers, pretty much the same thing with the Guardians also. They don't spend any money. They just use their young players. And I think they both have young teams, so I give it to them. But the other teams just flat out are trash. Red Sox, I don't like the Red Sox anyway because I'm the Yankees fan, but they haven't spent any money either. I mean, they made a few things. Like they traded Verdugo to the Yankees. They lost that trade, and then it's kind of a win-win, I guess, getting Vaughn Grissom for Chris Sale, but it's not really good. So yeah, they're not going to be good, I don't think. Marlins, they're a good team, but the teams in front of them are really, I think, better than them. They don't really spend a lot of money either, to be honest. I mean, a lot of teams just don't spend money. If they spend money, they can be a good team. I don't think they've gotten anybody this offseason, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they lost Joey Wendell, that's what I know of, but I can research more into that, maybe. Cardinals, I mean, they're just literally the same team with a little bit of a better rotation, I guess. I mean, they got Sonny Gray, but other than that, it's a lot of washed-up players coming to play for the Cardinals. I mean, yeah, that's all I got to say for the Cardinals. Twins, they're mediocre. They should not have made the playoffs last year. They made it deep. I think ALDS against the Astros. Yeah, Astros. And they lost. So, too bad. And they should not have won their division. They're not that good of a team. Their division just sucks. The Mets. The Mets are just... I mean, you're not really expecting a lot from them this season anyway, so you shouldn't even be mad if they're bad. But they brought some good players in. They have one of the best prospects in the whole league, farm systems. And I think they have a bright future. I just don't think they'll be good this year. Padres, I'm only rating them this low because of what they did last year, but I think they can be very much better than what they were last year, definitely. They traded Juan Soto, but they did get Michael King and Drew Thorpe back, so that could be really good pitchers later for them in their careers. The Reds, I mean, they have such a good future. I mean, it's pretty easy to say when you have Ellie De La Cruz on your team. I mean, they also have Encarnacion and their second baseman. I keep forgetting his name. But, yeah, they have really good players for that future. Brewers, they're pretty much the same team. I heard they might trade Corbin Burns, but I just don't know if they will. And I think they should, so they can get some good prospects. They did sign, give Churio, Justin Churio, I call him Churio, I guess, a bigger contract, so that's pretty much the only move they made also. So, yeah, I think, no. I was going to say they signed Mark Canha, but I think he went to the Tigers. The Cubs, they signed Shota Imanaga, but I don't think that's it. They should bring Cody Bellinger back, and if they do that, I think, honestly, that's the end of their offseason. They bring Shota Imanaga and Cody Bellinger. That's it for them, sadly. But I do think they'll be a good team next year. The Mariners, they're looking to trade also one of their pitchers, Bryce Miller, is at the top of that list, and also Brian Will. So, yeah. Well, I'll see that if that happens. But, yeah, I think they'll be a decent team going to 2024. The Blue Jays, I do not think they have made any moves this season. They were in the mix for Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto. John Morosi actually said that he's on a plane to Toronto, but that was completely wrong, and now he's on the Dodgers. So, yeah, I think they'll still be a good team. I just think they would have been very much better if they got Soto or Ohtani. The Giants, they have had actually a decent offseason. Today they got, on the day I'm recording this, they got Jordan Hicks. They traded for Robbie Ray. They got their center fielder, Kung Hoo Lee. So they'll be pretty good this season, I think. At number 9, I'm going to do the Diamondbacks. They made it to the World Series last year. I'll give it to them. But I have to say, I don't think they should have went to the World Series. A few more years, yes. But I don't think they would have won the World Series anyway last year because of that Texans offense. That's all I got to say for the Diamondbacks. But they will be a good team in the future. Still, I think they'll be a good team this year anyway. Wild card team or NLDS team. Rays, they did get a little bit worse. I mean, the whole thing with Wander Franco, that's just making it even worse. He'll probably not play he'll never probably step on a baseball diamond again. But you never know. You never know. I don't think he will, actually. He's probably most likely done for his MLB career. But, yeah, they're still a good team. They know how to develop players into, good players. Randy Rosarena. So, yeah. That's why I'm putting the Rays at 8th. 7, the Yankees. This is my favorite team. I do think they will be very much better. I mean, they bring in Soto, they bring in Verdugo, they bring in Marcus Stroman yesterday. But I don't think that's the only pitcher you should get this offseason. No, I don't think. I 100% don't think that's the only pitcher you bring in this year. I think they go for a cheap relief pitcher and try to get Blake Snell. I mean, no, I want to get Blake Snell. Even though we got Marcus Stroman, we have to get Blake Snell. That's all I have to say about the Yankees. They need to get more pitching. Astros, you know them. They're always mid at the start of the season. Then they start heating up, and they make the World Series. Just last year they didn't because of the Rangers pulling it out. So, yeah. I think they'll be back. Phillies, same thing with the Astros. They're mid at the start, and they always make the playoffs. They make the wild card, win that, and then just go deep in the playoffs. So I think they'll do that again this year. Orioles, I mean, they probably have the brightest future in all of MLB. I mean, their first draft pick, Jackson Holiday, is already in AAA, or if not, he will be in AAA this year. So he'll probably actually make the MLB roster this year, which is crazy. So yeah, they can definitely win a World Series in the next 3 to 4 years. Texas Rangers, they won the World Series last year, so I do think they'll make the playoffs again, but I don't think they'll win it again this year. That's the reason I'm putting it at 3, because I think these two teams are better than them. I have the Braves at 2. They're the same team, but their team last year was very good with the addition of Chris Sale. I mean, Chris Sale will be a big addition if he can stay healthy. They'll be the same team or even a better team, so they'll definitely make the playoffs in my opinion. So, and they could be a World Series favorite if they can actually win games in the playoffs. I mean, they're always eliminated first, just like the first team, the Dodgers. I think this will be the best team heading into 2024. They've won the MLB free agency. I think that's a lock, to be honest. I mean, they got Yamamoto, they got Ohtani, they got Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, the best player in the MLB. Yamamoto could be the best pitcher going into the season, maybe. Cy Young, maybe. And Teoscar Hernandez is a pretty good outfielder. And then they brought in, Jason Hayward for depth, I guess. So, yeah, he's good also, but I think the Dodgers will be the best team ever this season. Thank you guys for watching. Drop your predictions in the comments also if this was a pretty good power ranking. So drop a like on the video if you like the video. Subscribes if you want to. I'm not really in control of that, but if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. But thank you for watching. Go check out my podcast, or my friends and me made a podcast, Inside the Clubhouse podcast. So, thank you, and have a great night.